And good morning to everybody. Great to be here. I'll just wait for the slides to come on before I proceed. So if somebody could just put up the slides and move right to the agenda slide. Yeah, so today I'm going to start by providing a little bit of background on OSFI's own operational resilience journey. Then I'll speak a little bit on what's changed in the new E21 guideline, go over some operational risk and resilience concepts, and then I'm going to end by saying a few words on our new integrity or draft integrity and security guideline that was also issued the same day, more from how it connects with the operational risk and resilience guideline. So if we go to the next slide. So I want to start off by emphasizing that operational resilience is really not conceptually new for OSFI. We've always viewed the delivery of critical operations as a key outcome of effective management of operational risk. However, it wasn't really until September of 2020 when we issued our discussion paper, Developing Financial Sector Resilience in a Digital World, that we really started the public discussion on operational resilience. And one thing that the discussion paper really reinforced is a need that we had already identified for guidance on technology and cyber, which Chris spoke to in his talk, and which we issued in 2022 in the form of our technology and cyber risk management guideline. We also updated our third-party risk management guideline earlier this year to reflect changes in the risk environment, which really takes us to the present. We recently issued, Friday the 13th, probably not the most auspicious day, our revised E21 guideline, operational resilience and operational risk management, which was really an update to the 2016 operational risk management guideline. So if we move to the next slide. So what's changed? First and foremost, we've included the concept of operational resilience. What's probably a bit novel is that we have incorporated the concepts of operational resilience into an operational risk into one guideline. I'm actually only aware of one other regulator that has done that, APRA, the Australian regulator. And we did this largely to emphasize the relationship between operational risk and operational resilience, and also to avoid duplication as well. The revised guideline E21 expands expectations related to risk identification, assessment, monitoring, and reporting. We've also widened our risk lens and set expectations for risks that aren't covered in other guidelines that we believe contribute to operational resilience, such as crisis management, business continuity, change management, and data risk management. And finally, our revised E21 moves away from the more rigid 3 lines of defense model to acknowledge that there can be a blurring of the first and second line roles, and that second line roles are part of management's responsibility. So we move to the next slide. I'm now going to turn to operational resilience. From our perspective, operational resilience is the ability of an institution to deliver its operations through disruption. And unlike operational risk, which focuses on preventing and mitigating operational losses and takes into consideration both probability and likelihood of an event occurring, operational resilience really assumes that a disruption will occur and therefore focuses less on prevention and more on response and recovery. So that's a critical distinction between the two. While we leverage international definitions, we've also expanded our definition to cover the delivery of all of an institution's operations. And we believe this allows a broader meaning of operational resilience that encourages the management of all operational risks through sound operational risk management practices, not just those posed by critical operations. But just to be clear, while the definition is expansive, our expectations, with respect to operational resilience, are largely focused on critical operations. So we're not expecting that for very insignificant operations, you're looking at them from the same lens of resilience. It's also been drafted broadly to allow for flexible application by institutions and also build on existing operational risk management programs. And we believe that some of these capabilities already partially exist in institutions. If we think of business continuity, disaster recovery, planning, incident management, and third-party risk management, to name a few. But to be clear, the concept of operational resilience is intended to push institutions even further by focusing on end-to-end versus a siloed view. So again, a very important distinction. If we go to the next slide. So this attempts to show how we view operational resilience. We believe that the foundation of operational resilience is an effective operational risk management program. And in particular, we focus on 7 pillars, which you see here, which we believe drive and have an outsized impact on the achievement of operational resilience. From our perspective, an institution's operational resilience approach should be fully integrated with its enterprise risk management programs. And overarching and critical to the achievement of operational resilience is an effective governance framework, and very importantly, a culture that, among other things, assumes disruptions will occur and learns and adapts from these incidents.